Apparently doing this straight after lunch is bad for my brain. Hello again. It is still the 22nd of April. I am still Jenny. This is part 3 of my podcast for April. We're in April. We must be in April. It's my son's birthday on Sunday. We must be in April. If you want to know why it's in 3 parts, go back to the first one. It'll all be explained. I'm not going to do an intro. I'm just going to dive straight in. I have got a small mountain of yarn sitting on my desk that I want to show you. So let's get to it, really. The first part I talked about crochet projects. Second part I talked about a few more projects, crochet plans and a couple of other bits and pieces. This video is just going to be about everything that I have spun since, well, everything I've finished spinning since I last spoke. Since I last spoke to you. So let me get myself organised and I shall tell you about it. I did mention this in the last part, but I will just quickly say it again. All of this yarn, most of this yarn, will be going into my shop eventually. I was going to try and get some in today, but I'm not sure that's going to happen now. It is later than I had hoped it would be by this stage in the day. But yeah, it will be going in. Just, I'll let you know as and when, or at least I'll try to. More on Instagram or by email than on here. But yeah, just watch this space. Right, this is one that I think I showed you before it was fully finished. This is emeralds and peacocks. I love the colours in this yarn. It is all different shades of green and like greeny blue. It is a blend of, it's mostly Corriedale. Let's twist it up for you so you can see it twisted. It's mostly Corriedale and there is some nylon in it as well. There we go, that's sort of twisty. It's not my best twist, but it'll do for the moment. Yeah, and it's a sort of fairly subtle stripe we've ended up with in all the different shades. So all the fibre from this one is from World of Wool, which is where I get the majority of my fibre from. And it is the remnants of, I won't lean on my desk because I'll wobble the camera, a remnant of a pack of different colours of Corriedale. I say the remnants, there might be a little bit left, but most of the remnants of that. And then a bat of their fibre blend Peacock, which is Corriedale plus trilobal nylon. It's a very woolly blend, very fuzzy, sort of medium soft, I would say. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. What else do I need to tell you? It's a DK weight yarn, and there's about just short of 150 grams, just short of, I don't know, about 350 yards in it. Yeah, it's lovely. So it's a good big skein. Does mean it'll be one of my more expensive ones, but well worth it. So yeah, watch this space for that one. This one is Glacier Perito Merino. I think I'm saying that right. Again, I think I showed you the unfinished skein of this last time. This is a Apparently doing this straight after lunch is bad for my brain. Oh, what am I trying to say? This is a fibre blend from World of Wool. Again, I haven't done anything to it. It's just the blend as is, and I've spun it up without touching it. Well, obviously, you know what I mean. Bloody hell. It is a blend of Blue-Faced Leicester and Bamboo. And I spun this one in a worsted way instead of a woolen, which means I'm not so keen on how it feels, but I know that some people will prefer it, so it's fine. It's just feels a bit denser, but that does mean it'll be more hard wearing than some of my other yarns. So yeah, there are benefits to both. I just get a bit of a lack of confidence every time I touch it. It's like, oh no, people won't like this one. But I know some people will really love it, so I just need to keep the faith, I think. This is, I've said the blend already, Blue-Faced Leicester and Bamboo. It's come out at a light sport, maybe a fingering weight. There's 90 grams, just over 200 yards. So a fairly decent amount. Again, I'm always a little bit confused as to how I've ended up with 90 grams though, when you get 100 grams of fibre in the pack. Where did that 10 grams go? I know I always lose some in the spinning process. That's twisted terribly, never mind. But yeah, 10 grams is a lot to lose. So, but hey, here it is. It's pretty. I do love the colours. And yeah, again, that will be up in my shop at some point. Okay, this next one I can't physically show you, but I will pop it up on the screen here or here, one or the other, somewhere. I should have pictures of it. And hopefully I remember to take a picture of the fibre before I started spinning as well, so I can show you that too. This is the February instalment of the Hyperfocus Yarn and Fibre Club from Folk Yarn Studio, which is a monthly subscription that I've signed up to, which I love getting. It's always a happy day when that arrives. Oh, what's the blend? It is the in-house blend for Folk Yarn, which has been called, what's it been called? The East Anglian blend, and it is 60% Romney, 20% BFL, 20% Suffolk, so it's all wool. It's a blend of 3 different types. I forgot to measure how much I had, but I know it's a DK weight, and I know there's about 110 grams of it. It has now gone into the blanket that I'm making with all of the yarn that I spin from this club, which you should have seen in one of the 2 previous videos. I can't remember which one I showed it in, but I definitely did show it. I think I've said before that this blend is one I'm still not 100% sure whether I love it or not. I definitely don't hate it. You know, we've got that far. The very first time I spun that blend, I didn't like how it turned out, but that was a long time ago now. I think about a year ago. I've done a lot of spinning since then, so my technique has improved. My opinions on fibre have changed slightly, and yeah, it's working out okay now. I think for me, I prefer to handle something a little bit softer, a little bit bouncier, a little bit smoother, but it is nice. I'm not saying it isn't soft, it's just not as soft as I like. I've got very sensitive skin, so that's a factor. But yeah, it is nice. It is nice, and I'm having fun spinning it. Laura's colours, that's Laura at Folk Yarn, her dyeing is exceptional. Her colour choices are wonderful. Don't think I'm going to be showing you the March instalment today because it's not quite finished, but I'll show you that next time. And the colours for March were just stunning. So in that respect, it's amazing yarn, and it is going to make a really, really good blanket. It's going going to be very warm. I know that much. Now, this one is called Lyra. This is one I had planned to keep. There's, what am I trying to say? I purchased all the fibre as a collection from World of Wool again, and they had a whole bunch of different colourways on the same basis that all went together, and I bought them as a collection. And my plan was to spin them all up over a period of time. I'm not even halfway through yet. To spin them all up and keep them for myself and turn them into a big shawl or similar. Lots of the colours, no. Some of the colours are very much up my street. They are my kind of colours, and that's great. But I'd say about half, not so much. And although once I put them all together, I'm sure it'd look lovely, I don't love all the colours. I can appreciate them from from an objective perspective, but for me, they're not right. So I think I've decided I'm going to sell the yarn that I spin from these fibres. Haven't 100% decided, but I think I am going to. So if I do, this one will definitely be being sold, because it's lovely and I've really enjoyed spinning it, but it's not for me. It's not my kind of shade. Apart from maybe it's like a contrast or something, but I wouldn't use it. It's not something I would be drawn to naturally, let's put it that way. I feel like I'm very low down. Hang on. That's better. I mean, you can see the mess behind me now, but I feel like I'm better more in frame. So there's a couple more that I'm going to show you as well, but this is a blend of merino wool and tussar silk. It's did a borderline DK Aran that are not, oh yeah, that's yards. It's about 90 yards. I thought it said grams. It's definitely not 90 grams. About 90 yards, about 50 grams. So a small skein. Where's it gone? Small skein, but not a mini, just a small skein. I am thinking actually that if I do sell them, start rustling. If I do sell them, I might put them together in sets. Because I know the smaller skeins don't necessarily sell as well on their own. So I might pair things up. Either pair them up myself or put them all up in such a way that it's like, put them up so it's like buy one get one half price, or buy 3 and get the cheapest one free, because they might all be slightly different prices, or buy 3 and get one of them for 50% off, or it's something like that. Let me know what you think. Put a comment on for me and see, would you buy them on their own, or do you think sets are a good idea? Okay, this is Leo, another one from that same collection. So again, merino wool and tussar silk. This is in some ways more me because it's a much bolder colour, but yellowy orangey tones don't suit me. So I wouldn't want this anywhere near my face. Not nice, not pretty. I'm a cool tones kind of girl. This one again is about 50 grams. This one's worked out at 85 yards, so it must be, although I've put DK, apparently the wraps per inch is higher, lower, higher, so it's thinner. There's slightly less of it in terms of weight. So yeah, this is what I mean. None of them are going to be exactly the same length, exactly the same amount of grams, because it just doesn't work that way when you're spinning by hand. Which makes putting them into sets a little bit tricky, but I will figure it out if I do decide to go down that route. And yeah, I do love how this one turned out. I think it's not my kind of colours, but very lovely colours. Okay, unless you are from a very particular part of the world, you might think this is an odd name. This, which is just gorgeous, is called Scumtomt. I think I'm saying that right. I may not be. Forgive me, please, if I am not. And this is how it's spelled. This fibre is from the World of Wool Advent Calendar from last year, which is all based around festive food and drink. And Scumtomt is a Swedish, is that right? Yes, a Swedish sweet that is enjoyed around the festive period. So it does make sense. But yes, slightly odd name if you are not familiar with the concept. I really want to try some. I think it sounds lovely. The fibre content for this, oh, it's so soft and gorgeous. It's a blend of Polwarth wool, which has recently become one of my favourites, milk fibre, merino, camel fibre, and mulberry silk. So all of the softest, smoothest, most luxurious, well, not most, but extremely luxurious feeling fibres. It is so soft. So soft. If the colours were different, I'd be keeping this because, oh, I cannot stop touching it. It feels absolutely delicious against my skin. But yeah, again, it's not something. Again, I'd maybe put it in something combined with everything else, but I don't really know what. And yeah, it's just not. In tactile terms, it is absolutely my kind of yarn. It's gorgeous, but the colours don't really speak to me. So I shall have to let it go. But that means you might be able to get your hands on it. So this is the bright side. It has worked out at, where have I written down the information? A sport weight. So in between fingering and DK for anyone who's not familiar with sport weight yarn. I know it's not as common as the other weights. There's about 50 grams of it, and there are almost 170 yards. So pretty good yardage actually for a 50 gram skein, which is the benefit of sport weight. You get that yardage without it being super thin, which is it's a good halfway house. Okay, so this is another of the Advent fibres. This is No Comment. It is inspired by an American dessert from the 60s, 70s, maybe a bit earlier, I'm not sure. Mid-20th century anyway. I'm not going to go into the details of, but yeah, it was a slightly odd dessert, I believe. So I have been told anyway. It's a really interesting blend, this one. It's merino wool with banana fibre and pineapple fibre, which made it really interesting to spin. I've used pineapple fibre before in a blend with something else. I think it was with merino, in fact. Can't remember whether I've used banana or not. Like many of the plant-based viscose fibres, similar to silk, similar to bamboo, not quite the same, which I know isn't a very helpful it's not a very helpful description, but it's what I've got for you. This is another sport weight yarn. There's just less than 50 grams of this one, and we've got 125 yards, something like that. Did I untwist it? I haven't untwisted it and showed you like that yet, have I? So it's a very thin skein. You can tell how fine that's worked out. This was another worsted spin again, so again it feels denser and like it's a tighter spin. That combined with those plant fibres should make it really durable. It probably actually, it'd work quite well for socks. You know, it hasn't got nylon, but the plant fibres, what the hell am I doing with this? The plant fibres will act in a very similar way to how nylon does in sock yarns and give it that extra durability, as well as it being a worsted spin. Yeah, it should be really good for that sort of thing. I'm sure I was going to say something else then, but I don't know what it was. This video is feeling much less coherent than either of the first two parts. My brain is just whoosh, I've gone. Yeah, whatever it was, it can't have been important. If at any point I have one of these little blips of brain function and I do actually forget to say something useful and you know what it is, please do drop a comment and just ask me the question. And I'll come back to it and I will provide you with the information. It's just not happening in real time. This is yet another of the Advent yarns. I went on a bit of a Advent spree. Sort of end of March, beginning of April. It was all about the Advent spins. This one I have renamed Turkey Feather because I didn't like the name they gave it, and it is inspired by the plumage on turkeys, so made sense to me. I think it's lovely. I really, really adore this yarn. It is very dark for the most part, but you get these lovely little flashes of blue throughout it. Can you see that? Right at the top there, look. I hope that's showing up. And there'll be more in here somewhere. And yeah, it just sort of mimics that shine you get when the light reflects off turkey feathers. It's beautiful. Here's another little bit there, just a tiny bit. It's another super soft one, which is an absolute joy to spin. Wrap it around my hand. Ta-da! A blend for this one is Blueface Leicester, Merino and Bamboo. Those blue bits will be the bamboo. Shining through, back to my preferred woolen spins. So that's why it's, you know, soft and bouncy and squidgy and plumper, fluffier and airier. So much happier. I will do worsted spins again in the future, but I think I'm going to stick to woolen most of the time. So it just suits me better. It was a very quick spin. I didn't, to be honest, didn't put a huge amount of thought into it. I just span it. And it's worked out at an Aran weight, which is thicker than I normally go for, but I think it suits this yarn. I think any thinner it'd lose some of the bounce, to be honest. Again, there's about 50 grams and we've got 85 yards bang on apparently for this one. I think I'm running out of Advent ones. Oh, I've got one more. What I will say about these Advent yarns is so far I've been spinning them, just spinning the blend as it is. Haven't blended it with anything extra or anything like that. Applied it with anything extra. I've literally just taken the 50 grams of fibre, spun it, that's your yarn. However, as I said about the other ones, the Lyra and Leo, I know 50 grams isn't always what people are looking for, especially at handspun prices. So I have bought some Blueface Leicester fibre in a few kind of neutral colours. I think I've got some black, I've got some brown, I think I've got a grey, I think I've got a white. And I'm going, in fact I've done it with one, which I'm not going to show you today because it's not finished. I haven't got time to show you everything. But yeah, so I am blending roughly 50 grams of BFL with the 50 grams of Advent fibre from now on, so that you end up with a 100 gram skein of yarn. I know that is usually preferable. I thought for these one-off ones, 100 grams is better. If it's something I can replicate, then I can do whatever. It doesn't matter if it's only 50 grams because I can spin more if people want it. But for these, I can't, these blends are gone now. I can't easily replicate them. So I thought it'd be better to do bigger skeins. Do you think I'm right? Or would you prefer to buy smaller skeins? I don't know. I make these decisions and then I end up doubting them. So I need your opinion. I've lost one. It'll be down there somewhere in the box where I've been chucking all these, or near the box. If I find it, I'll take pictures. If I've already taken pictures, whatever, I'll put them up on the screen for you so you can at least get a quick look. This is another one that I've renamed. I'm calling it Festive Greens. That's not the original name, but I need to give them names that I like, otherwise I won't want to advertise them. It's beautiful green colour, as you can hopefully see. It's a blend of merino wool and tussar silk, which is a blend I'm familiar with. I've spun that kind of fibre quite a few times now. And what am I trying to say? Oh, it's a sport weight yarn again. There's about 50 grams of it again, and around about 190 yards of it for that one. Just had a minor panic because I couldn't find another of my yarns. And while looking for that one and finding it, I've found Festive Greens. So here you go. Pictures not required. Here it is as is in real life. Look at that colour. Isn't it gorgeous? It's like Kermit green. Inspired by Brussels sprouts, incidentally. The original name was Blame the Dog, which I completely understand. I think it's hilarious, it's great, but it's not. Oh, that was ugly. It's not right for me for my yarn. Again, with the fibre content being what it is, this is super soft and light and lovely. And yeah, it will be up for you very soon. Well, I say very soon. Some point it'll be up in my shop. I will say, actually, if you're interested in buying any of these, just based on what you've seen today, you don't have to wait for them to be in the shop. Drop me a comment or an email. My email address should be in the description. Or message me on Instagram, whatever works for you. Why am I out of breath? And yeah, we'll discuss, we'll sort it out. I haven't set prices for all of them yet, but that can be done very easily. So yeah, just let me know if you want any of them. Right, I'm getting confused by whether or not I've paused or resumed recording. So I may have just recorded a bit twice. I may not have recorded it at all. Either way, I found Festive Greens. I'm hoping I've shown it to you. If not, those pictures will have been on the screen. I need to get my head into gear. Nearly done. I'm getting there. We are moving away from the Advent yarns now. For now. They'll be back next time. And we've got a few big skeins to show you to finish off. This, excellently named by World of Wool, is Plum Intended. Oh, it's so pleasing. So pleasing. This is this is 100% Cheviot wool. There's about 95 grams of it. Twist it up. There you go. Look at that. Look, I love it when it twists up well. It's a slightly variegated blend of purples. It's quite subtle though. It'll make a good tonal in a project. Yeah, 100% Cheviot wool. Fingering weight. There's loads of this. 95 grams. 275 yards. Yards? Yards. God, I can't speak anymore. Yeah, it's been a lovely, lovely spin. Oh, it would be so good in literally anything you wanted to put it into. I love it. So yeah, that's all there is to say. It's gorgeous. I love the colour. Yay. You're lucky you're getting this one, because I very nearly decided to keep it. I still might. This skein is lovely. This is another one that I'm very tempted to keep and still might. But for now, it's for sale. This has been named by my wonderful Instagram followers. If you are one of them, thank you so, so much for getting involved. Sometimes I just can't get the right name. And oh, you always come to the rescue. There's been a few now that have been named via Instagram, and it helps so much. This is called Midnight Seas. It makes me think of of the sea at midnight. On a moonlit night in particular, right out in the deep ocean on a boat, because I'm not an idiot. With the moon shining down and catching all the wave tops. Midnight Seas is perfect. I can't remember who suggested it. Sorry. But I put 3 names up in the poll. I now can't remember the other 2, and it was by far and away the winner. So it's obviously the perfect name. What can I tell you about this one other than that it's beautiful and I love it, and I still might keep it. This is a blend of Cheviot wool, the dark blue, the imperial blue Cheviot wool from World of Wool, and then some natural Wensleydale for the little white bits. And it has come out at a sport weight. There's 120 grams of it, and that's worked out at 290 yards. So it's a really good big skein. Yeah, it'll go far. And oh, it's just so pretty. Yeah, my favourite thing in the whole world is when people do buy my yarn and then use it, which doesn't always happen straight away. No judgment. I'm terrible for putting stuff in stash and forgetting about it. But yeah, when they do then use it and they show me what they've made, and it's like, oh my God, my yarn did that. It's just the best thing. Absolutely love it. So yeah, if you do, look at that, just look at it. If you do ever buy any of my yarn, please do share what you make with it. It brings me so much joy. And finally, for finished yarn, my first deliberate set. There's 2 different yarns there. This combination is called Lyra's Dream, and we have got this little mini skein, which is more of the Lyra yarn that you saw earlier. And then here I have plied more of Lyra with my very, very first attempt ever at spinning locks, wool locks. It's Wensleydale wool again. And oh, it was so much fun. Tricky, but so much fun. And this is just, it's like a cloud. Yeah, it's so light and airy and fluffy, and just the texture. Oh my word, the texture in that. I adore it. So yeah, I'm putting them together as a set, basically. I don't know what the best thing would be to make with them, but I'm sure you amazing creative people could think of something incredible. Just going to twist them both up and I can show you them side by side twisted and how they will appear when you buy them. Really need to get a skein twister minder thing, or make one. I've seen a tutorial for making your own. It looks so pretty together. So yeah, we have got, how much? 25 grams of Lyra, that one, which I'm not going to tell you about again. I've told you already. It's sport weight again, so that's 90 yards. Is that thinner than the other skein of Lyra that I showed you? I think it is. And then of the Dream, that was my phone, sorry, we've got 70 grams, which is just around about 140 yards, and it is a variable weight, so I can't tell you really. I'd say it's in between, oh god, anywhere from fingering to Aaron, depending on which bit you're looking at. So really, really thick and thin, but enough that what am I trying to say? It's not like there are huge sections that are thin and then huge sections that are thick. It changes from one to the other really quickly, so you're not going to get big patches in your work that are really holy or anything like that. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I don't think spinning locks is going to be a frequent thing for me, but if I see some fun ones, or I just want to make fun yarn again, definitely up for doing it again. I think that's everything I can say about that, really. Yeah. Right, I've got a few work in progress yarns that I'm going to save until next time, because I know this has been going on for a while now. And hopefully they'll be finished by then, which will be even better. I did just want to show you the fibre that I'm spinning at the moment, because it's lovely. Look at that. This is again from World of Wool, my one track pony today. Well, this is their Indulgent Eton Mess blend, which is mostly Polwarth wool, 62.5% Polwarth, and then 37.5% of their wool and viscose nep blend, which is all these lovely little bitty bits. All the lovely bitty bits. And it's spinning up so nicely. It's going to be really fine and so soft. I've fallen in love with Polwarth recently. I need to remember that it's gorgeous. I like BEFL, yes, and I like merino, but I've got a couple of ethical concerns with merino at the moment. There is some in Mustache still, but I'm not buying any new merino at the moment. And yeah, there are other wools that I really enjoy, other fibres that I really enjoy, but Polwarth is just, it's taking the top spot at the moment, I think. Not the cheapest wool to get hold of, but well worth it. So that, again, hopefully I'll be able to show you properly next time. Now, a couple of things I completely forgot to show you in the last couple of videos. A little bit of incoming I wanted to show you, actually. My lovely friend Gemma, who is the face behind Yorkshire Indie and runs the business networking and social media workshops that I go to once a month. Nicest person ever. She and I went out for a mate date the other week. Was it last week, the week before? And she gave me this gorgeous skein of sari silk strips. It's all joined together, so it's created one skein. And they're all different. We sort of picked a colour palette, but they're all different patterns, slightly different colour combinations all the way through. And then she also made me this bracelet, which I'm just wrapped around the skein for now. Can you see? Let me shift it round. Made me a bracelet with my name on it. Hang on, hide my face and hopefully it'll focus. Hopefully. Can't tell whether it has done or not, but I hope it has. Yeah, this was from the one of the Oxfam shops. So if you're looking for interesting things, go charity shopping. Where am I putting that? Over there. I had no idea what I'm going to make with it. So if you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments. And then the very last thing to show you, I completely forgot to mention them earlier. I finished the socks that I was making with my magical yarn, which is called Scarlet Peacock. The toe and the heel are just scraps left over from Vicky Brown Design yarn skeins that I've used in the past. But yeah, this gorgeous colourway. Some magical yarns called Scarlet Peacock. And I don't know what the difference is with his base yarn that he buys. It's a merino, superwash merino, I think, and nylon, just like all the other sock yarns that I buy, most of them anyway. But it is somehow softer and plumper and squishier, and oh, the stitch definition. Look at the stitch definition. If that'll focus. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, if you want really lovely sock yarn, Magical Yarns, it's the place to go. They'll be linked. I haven't got all the details to hand, but again, this was my own version of the Quokka Socks sock recipe by Susan Sands on Ravelry. So there you go. Right, I'm done. I feel like I've been talking to you all day, even though I didn't start till 10 o'clock. But it is almost 3. My husband will be going to fetch my little boy from school very soon. So most of the stuff I wanted to get done today isn't going to get done. And that's just going to have to be okay. It'll be fine. Right, proper wrap-up time. Let me move things out of my way so I can see my notes again. Right, my next artisan market that I'm hosting is on the 13th of May here in Harrogate. Vendor spaces are currently full. Just filled them yesterday. I do have future events coming up too. There'll be an application link in the description if you are a local business of any kind and would like to come and trade with me. That would be amazing. Whether you're a business owner or not, if you're in the area on the 13th of May, please do come and say hi and let me know that you've seen my podcast. I love meeting people who've watched my podcast. It doesn't happen very often, but it's a great feeling. Makes me feel famous. What else? There's not a lot else to tell you. Just that. Did I say 13th? I meant 2nd of May for the market. If I said 13th, I'm sorry. 2nd of May for the market. The next podcast recording date, in theory, is the 13th of May. There shouldn't be anything else happening that week. So hopefully it will go ahead as planned, which means I won't have to record quite so much all at once, and it will be a little bit easier both for me to record and for you to watch. But we'll see what happens. Life throws us curveballs every now and then. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you've watched all 3 and you've made it right to the end of this one, well done. It's been quite a slog. My brain's fried. Hopefully yours isn't. Hopefully you've been relaxing and crafting while you've been watching. If you have been crafting, let me know what you've been making. That'd just be lovely to hear about. I love hearing what other people are making. Yeah, I always get really awkward at the end and never know what to say. But yeah, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Please do me a tiny little favour and like the video. Share it if you know anyone who might be interested. Comment if you've got literally anything to say, even just hello, or stick a couple of emojis in or something. I'm going to go do a tiny bit of spinning, have a drink. And yeah, I'll be back in about 3 weeks, hopefully. until then, take care.